So this is my non-spoiler review for Deadpool and Wolverine. So I just got out of the theater watching the movie, so I'm just still trying to wrap my head around things. The movie wasn't perfect, but it was wildly entertaining. There were so many references to old movies, to current movies, to upcoming movies, to Fox movies, to Disney movies, to Marvel movies, and the list just goes on. There were also so many references to pop culture, like Deadpool movies always do. So it was a little hard to keep track of all those references, but dude, there were millions of it. When it comes to the acting, especially from Hugh Jackman, from Ryan Reynolds, and for me, the highlight was the lady who plays the villain. I can't really remember her name, but her acting was just spot on. I haven't really seen her in any other movies per se, but I want to. Her acting was some of the best comic book movie acting I've seen. She doesn't get to do much, but from the little screen time that she had, I think she just completely delivered. Hugh Jackman knows how to make an emotional performance, and Ryan Reynolds is just one of the funniest, actors out there. And, these guys are born to play the roles that they are playing in this movie. And just once again, I just need to mention that the movie was wildly entertaining. So I thought they didn't spend a lot of time trying to explain the plot. The plot is a complex one, but I just didn't think they spent a lot of time trying to explain the gravity of it. So I'm someone who grew up reading the comic books. So this movie to me was almost like a love letter to all those, especially Wolverine and X-Men comics. But I think the director also makes an active effort to make this movie a love letter to all the previous MCU movies, the previous Fox movies. You really see that happening in Deadpool and Wolverine. Again, without any spoilers, when it comes to the cameos, you guys will see some cameos that you were not expecting at all. Some of them are really fun. One or two of them I thought was kind of pointless. But the cameos are not just there for the sake of it. They do play into the main overall plot of the movie. So that was interesting. Anyway, for me, the highlights of the movie are, number one, how funny the movie really is. And trust me, they just deliver on all the punchlines. They get the comedy really right. Number two, the acting, especially from Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, and the lady who plays the villain. And number three, the comic book references, the cameos, and all the references to the previous Fox and Marvel movies. So those are the three biggest highlights for me in Deadpool and Wolverine. I definitely think it's a must-watch movie, especially for this year. It was funny, it was wildly entertaining, and for anyone who grew up reading the comic books and grew up loving the old Fox X-Men movies and the Marvel movies, this movie is just simply a love letter to all the Marvel comic book movies.